All right, boys and girls, it's time for a Mad Butter Blip. All right, today, you can tell from our anchor chart, what are we going to be going over? Division, and this is standard logarithm division, and we're going to go through the basic steps. I had a friend teach me something awesome. I love to move while doing math, so I'm going to teach you something great. All right, so for division, our 4 operations, I have different symbols. So I always do and for addition. Easy, it looks like a plus sign. I do a minus sign for subtract. I do an X for, yeah, you got it, multiplication. And then I do a side slash, which I show up here because a fraction can be written like that, and a fraction means you are dividing. So I want you to remember that. Divide, multiply, addition, and subtraction. Those are my hand motions. But for division, we use the acronym, does McDonald's sell burgers? You might use, does anyone know what you might use? Yeah, you probably do. Yes, you might say, dead monkeys smell bad. That's one. Or some people use family members. Does anyone remember an acronym you use with family members for the steps of division? Yes. Dad, mom, sister, brother, okay? All of those are fun ways for you to remember the steps of division. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring it down. So what I want you to do is practice that. So you're going to do divide, multiply, subtract, bring it down, okay? And I always go a little bit quicker. Then it's going to stick in your head. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring it down, okay? Go slow motion. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring it down. Now, we're going to practice just what to do. Okay, so we have our dividend, 609, divided by our divisor, the number 3. So the first step is to divide. I always cover these numbers and I start small and I say, can you have 6 things and share them with 3 people? So you're thinking 6 divided by 3. And in my head I'm saying 3 times what would get me to 6? Yeah, exactly right. So I'm thinking I put the 2 right over the hundreds place in my quotient. And now I have the 2 there. I divided 6 divided by 3 and I got 2. What's the next step? Multiply. So now I have to take my number 2 and multiply it by my divisor. 2 times 3 and I get 6. Okay? So now I've finished my multiplication and I'm on my next step, subtraction. 6 minus 6, and what do you get? Of course, we have nothing there. Now be careful here. This is where we sometimes lose a couple of kids. I still have to bring down the next number. So I'm still going to bring down that next number, which would be 0. So I have to make sure I line up in math, keep everything nice and neat so it lines up. Now here's my new number. I'm not dividing into this anymore. I circle her and I say, okay, if I have 0 things and I want to divide them by 3, I'm really thinking 3 times what gets me close to 0 without going over. Yeah, so I have to remember the 0 place value because that's making a big number, and I put that right over my tens place because everything lines up. I divided 0 divided by 3 and I got 0. I have to put it up in my quotient. Okay, now I have to multiply 0 times 3 and I get 0. Good, that 0 property of multiplication, and I put that underneath. Now I'm on subtraction. 0 minus 0. I got this. This isn't too bad. I'm doing pretty good here. Is 0. And now I'm on my last step. I'll bring it down. So I have to bring down that number 9. So I'm going to put this right here. Now that's on my newer number. I circle it. And I always say, okay, I'm back to the beginning. That's why it's called long division. It takes a long time. It's a lot of work. But it's worth it. And it pays off in the end. Okay, so now I have 9 divided by 3. What is 9 divided by 3? Well, 3, 6, 9. Oh, 3. So I need to put that in my quotient. And now I have the number 3 I divided. But my next step is multiply. Always multiply your new number by your divisor. 3 times 3, and I get 9. And now I have to put 9 and subtract. My next step, 9 minus 9. I'm left with 0. Do I have anything left over? No, I always double check that this number is less than my divisor, just to make sure I couldn't go in one more time. So my quotient was 203. So when you get into a problem, don't get scared. Just follow simple steps. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring it down. Good luck. You're going to be awesome.